time cannot be stopped, nor can it change its course. One thing's for sure, time waits for no one.
The clock just tells you how it is. There's no escaping it. It's the final arbiter, you can't discuss it. It's really as simple as that. It all comes down to how am I getting down this stretch faster than anyone else.
Doing something I know you haven't heard before.
Just having a nice vacation. And you? No, no, we are here for the final YT camp, the final 8.
Considering we started with 550 applications and 120 camp participants, we're down to 8. The good news is that 8 riders turned up with 8 bikes from all corners of the globe. South America, North America, Africa, Europe, and Oceania.
All the foam, making sure that my bike doesn't get scratched. It's too precious.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Over the past 8 months, we've traveled across the globe in search of young talent. 6 continents, 120 potential riders from over 54 countries. But only 8 finalists will have the opportunity to see if they have what it takes.
Oh. Paused. Is that camera on?
I'm Guy Johnson.
So Leonardo. James Elliott. I'm Luke Mumford. I'm Oshina Callahan. Daniel Slack.
Dante Silva. Again, my name's Ethan Parr.
And then there were 8. But only 2 can move on.
I'm from South Africa.
From New Zealand.
From England.
I'm 16.
I'm 17 years old. 16 years old.
No 2 riders are alike. They all have this unique opportunity to put their talent to the test. But with only 2 spots up for grabs, it's anyone's guess who will take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
There obviously has to be some sort of selection process. It's not just on time, but there are other factors. And I think of the 8 we brought here, all of them had a certain character. And that's what we're looking for, people that will gel with us.
And he's looking for a variety of things. Obviously a fast rider.
Not necessarily someone who is the fastest right now, but who can be the best.
Just like a scratch book that you can fill the book up with what he thinks you can be.
The list goes on for what we're looking for, but the most unbiased thing is the clock.
Time. He's like the cool guy in school. You want to be friends with him. He can either make your day or break your day.
Well, sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't.
Time. Yeah, you don't think about it, just go with it.
Go! There's riders on board.
You're obviously racing the clock, because it's obviously the fastest time wins, but the simplest way to break it down is you need to nail every bit of that track at 100%. And that should put you in the top 10.
It's all about shaving time, finding ways to get to the bottom. You don't have to be the most flashy rider. Maybe keeping the rubber down is the fastest way. He was 10 seconds faster. So that's exactly what he did in Argentina. Got to know a track, just kept building, building, building.
It's not only about time if you did it right or not right. If you're gonna be more consistent, you can push more. So that'll mean at the end, you're gonna be faster. That killed me.
Yeah, it was tiring.
I did a lot less pedaling, but more pumping, and it almost felt like just that.
A timed run is like a training mechanism and not really a race simulation. So this informs our decision, but it doesn't make our decision. So you can't really say we've totally recreated a World Cup race situation by doing time runs. So there's riders who rise to the occasion a bit more when there's thousands of people on the side of the track. But there is a lot at stake for these guys.
You can't replicate a race, I don't think. I don't think I can get the same buzz riding. You enjoy it, but you don't quite get the same buzz as a race run. There's so much that can go wrong. To get it right, to win, there's a lot against you.
When it comes to race run, it's just you for those 3 minutes, and you kind of just have to rely on yourself to put down a time on a bicycle. Like, that's crazy that that's what we're going for, but it matters so much to us.
Every fraction of a second matters in the sport of downhill. And many teams put their heart and soul into giving their riders everything they need to be as consistent as possible down the track.
I think when you're really hungry and young, it doesn't matter if you're working out the back of a van, you're just so hungry to get out there and go racing. But after a little while, that becomes very tiring because you don't have the support network. Our job as a professional team is to provide a seamless experience from the moment the rider arrives at the airport to the moment they've crossed the finish line. That they don't have anything else to think about other than bike settings and training and racing.
Factory support to me is like help at the World Cup, so like mechanics, free bikes,
flight accommodation,
training programs,
everything you could wish for, really. And I think it's also going to help us get to that next level.
Having factory support helps weed out the inconsistencies, but also having the right support group behind you is important to help the athletes relax.
And that means that the less they have to stress about, the more they can put into their racing. And a happy athlete is a fast athlete.
It's like cold outside right now.
Yeah, same. It's 14 degrees outside at the minute.
14? What is that? Is that cold?
I wouldn't say it's tense, because we all kind of get along really well, so we all like help each other out. The sport's quite friendly, so when we're not racing, everyone's like close and we're just good friends.
Dude, that gave me the chills just looking at it. No.
Because we're so young, I don't think there's need to be like enemies, just be all good friends.
Coming here, I was like, don't have any expectations. This is an amazing opportunity, and it's been so good with the competition and everything. But this is just another level that's been so cool.
When we're all very similar in speed and we're all super like good riders, we're just like trying to figure it out still. I think our times are really close, which is gnarly.
This project shows that there's a growing new generation. Without this opportunity, there's at least 100 kids we would never have seen. I have 8 virtually equal candidates deciding whether they get on a pro team.
Now I'm just going back.
I think they pretend to be windmills.
It looks normal though. Like when I look at you, it looks totally normal.
I think it's one of these sports where you're racing against other people, but at the end of the day, you're racing against the time, and that's what matters.
The very last day, we're doing some times on the test track here in Montreal. And now it's a problem of how do we take 6 guys out of this equation, because they don't really deserve that. I would like a team of 8. It's really tough, but it's great that we have so much talent to pick from.
Okay, ready? So scary. One more time.
We're about to drop into our second run. This time, hopefully don't crash in the last corner for everyone to see.
Last corner.
Pretty embarrassing, but just take it easy. Smooth is fast.
I think everything has to come to being a good rider. You have to have a good head on your shoulders. You have to have the results, the speed, but you also have to be like a really smart rider.
It's hard. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to pedal here or pedal there. It's a big mind game, really.
This sport is all mental. At the end of the day, when you've got your equipment, physical strength, your abilities, and you've got to the top of the hill, then it all just comes down to how you mentally attack the track.
Because you can be fast, but if you can't put it down for the race run, then it doesn't count. It doesn't matter.
Go! First right on course. Go! All of this is just an attempt to beat time, and that's our job.
Your time is your time, and the clock doesn't lie.
Say you cross the line, and you're 0.1 of a second behind someone. It's like, that much?
To be better, you need to go faster. It's pretty simple. It's instant feedback for your performance.
You can't be angry at anyone else because of how fast they're riding. It's all about making yourself better.
When they do find out who did get the spots, they'll be stoked for them. Hey, if you deserved it, if you put in the time, you put in the effort, you got the result, you earned it.
Other sports, I feel as though there's a lack of acceptance. Like, if you're not the best, then who are you even?
Good job, Luke.
Whereas mountain biking, it's amazing. I'm speaking to like Angel Suarez, and he just talks to you like you're on the same level as him. Even just spending a week with these guys has been so cool. Like, they're all legendary in their own ways.
I think the most important part is that you believe in yourself. Also, the guys who are entering our program, it's not about just having fun. It's also a nice part of it. But if you really want to succeed in racing, it's hard work.
Doing something I know you haven't heard before.
Next year we have the biggest roster we've had on the YT Mob. You know, until now only 3 riders have ridden for this team. So we've got 2 new people, maybe more, and we'll be announcing that, you know, our full roster in a little while.
Like 10 or 11 riders.
It'll be exciting, you know. We can't wait to get out there and go racing in about 5 months.